not to break the raving we're doing about how like realistic it is, but you know who else he plays in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, Snoke.
Yeah. So I was talking to
Actually, I
he's,
did not know that.
he's the voice of Snoke. So people are like, oh, maybe Andy Serkis turns into Snoke. I'm like, that makes no sense.
That would be insane.
Because like, yeah, he goes back to the jail and like he's the only one there. Palpatine like comes down on his ship or something. He's like, okay, yeah, I've got a plan for you.
I mean, I had absolute chills while hearing this. And Serkis, I reckon, could have an Emmy nomination coming his way.
What is like best guest star or
something like that, at least.
They fried 100 men on level 2. There is one way out. One way out! One way out! Can't swim!
Oh,
He couldn't jump
tear
off.
jerker.
Yeah.
All right.
Bastards.
I know.
one more ironic moment / death.
What do you guys think happens to him?
I reckon he drowned.
No, but do you reckon he actually got pushed off, or do you reckon he stayed there?
I like that they didn't show us that. I would have loved to have him like join it and keep going because he would have been an inspiring figure in the rebellion.
You know, part of me feels like we will see him in season 2. I don't know why. I just feel like we might see
I
him.
hope so, but it would break the realism where like
Yeah, true.
we're following this guy Andor in a moment of war almost, and he just gets knocked off, and then you don't get this perfect goodbye moment.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's
very
just
light.
real though. Do we ever see him again?
Oh no, we've never seen.
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
never seen him.
When I first saw him, I thought he would be that old guy at the start of Force Awakens or
Yeah,
whatever.
I thought the same. But
Oh, interesting.
It might be 30 years, add 30 years to Skarsgård. He would be like
could look like that.
90 or
yeah. But I just thought they are different characters, so it would be strange. Like
Yeah.
different actors, sorry, so it may be strange, but then
Yeah.
He does kind of look like him though.
he does.
Kind of, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure from memory that guy was like an arms dealer or some sort of like local collector of like antiques or something, which would obviously make sense. But
Interesting.
yeah,
Think
I
of
don't know.
the post-credit scene with the Death Star showing what all this labor has gone into.
What?
What?
I haven't seen that.
What? There was a post-credit scene.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Fully serious.
Okay, well, you're going to have to watch it. But you know how they were making these like kind of star
those weird-
things?
Yeah.
So each one of those went into like one tiny panel that went into the Death Star. So the Death Star's post-credit scene is they show these robots on it, like taking each one of those stars and like putting it in, and then they zoom out and it's the Death Star. Yeah. So you're going to have to watch that.
Fight
Wow.
where at the end of Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin are like fighting Dooku in that, kind of that space hangar as well. And they go there kind of without backup and end up losing. And then Yaddle does the same thing. She kind of goes without backup, loses. And then at the same time and kind of mirrors Mace Windu goes to fight the Emperor with no backup and loses. So it's just like the Jedi should probably learn how to like have a squadron behind them where they do this shit. But it was a very cool fight. And it obviously reveals that, like Palpatine's kind of behind him making that final push.
Imagine if she did like alert the Jedi Council and then they all go and then they find out Palpatine is the Sith, like right there. Like how like that was I found that crazy, the fact that you see a young Palpatine like while he's still Palpatine, not Sidious, and you see him like in the early stages, pretty pivotal moment for the Sith and for him, and you're seeing like this behind the scenes of him and Dooku kind of orchestrating it all.
But I
Could have
didn't
been
actually realize that at the time of Phantom Menace, Count Dooku was still a Jedi.
no
which
idea.
is really interesting.
Yeah, no, very cool. And it kind of makes sense. Like Attack of the Clones is when you first see Dooku, and that's like 10 years later. So it's unclear when he turned, but when you meet him, he used to be a Jedi. And it makes sense that he would have still been around. But I must have been a complete idiot because I forgot that Qui-Gon was his Padawan. So I was kind of like, oh, who's this like quite valiant Padawan he's got with him? And then,
with long hair and a beard.
And then he actually calls him Qui-Gon in the ship. At the end, I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Final question I've got for you guys. Given that it was so good, or at least we thought so, do you think that they should potentially make a Tales of the Sith?
For sure.
Where they maybe follow 2 or however many Sith Lords?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
This would almost be impossible to do, but they have to if they could do a Palpatine one to see how he became Palpatine, that would be the holy grail of the
I
Sith
feel
side
like
of it.
he's such an intriguing character and like by far one of the most powerful characters in the Star Wars universe.
I don't know if they have explored his like background, but if we could get a glimpse of why he is who he is, that would be, and if they could do it well.
Because the bloke's messed up. Like, he's probably messed.
He is. Also, like Plagueis as well. We've never, ever seen anything about him. There's always been teasers of him kind of being in it, but I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool. Lucasfilms, go do it.